guys, welcome back. Since the last video, I think the only change I made was I switched to a high block chance shield. That was about it. I'm not in the same game as last time, so we're gonna have to find the Far Oasis. But that shouldn't be too bad. Just gonna run along the edges here. It's presumably up on the next level. One thing I was trying to decide what to do is how to socket my items. I have a socketed claw as well as my merc has a socketed spear. I don't really know how I want to divvy up my runes and gems so far. Because I'm not physically attacking myself very much, there's not too many runes that are relevant because I don't believe mana on kill actually works with my traps because I think they count as minions, not spells, for the sake of who gets the kill. So I was originally thinking just fill a bunch of tier runes in a claw and just reap in the mana, but I don't believe that'll work. I'm assuming I'll just put all my physical damage runes on my merc, because he'll probably actually be hitting people. But as far as myself, I don't really know what to do with my weapons because I haven't really found anything besides socketed items.
Not enough mana.
Just gonna stand back here and let the traps do the work. So we are looking for the Far Oasis and the Maggot Lair beneath it, which there might be a few issues with our traps not firing very well in tight spaces, but I'm not too worried, because if we're worried about stuff like the beetles, we can just set the traps down and then just run away. Okay, so it looks like the lower level is the further down level. So we're probably going to want to head back to the stairs. There we go. Luckily we have burst of speed, so even at a relatively low level we're pretty quick. It helps that we found Saurus boots as well, of course. Our merc is leveling a bit, which is always nice. He is 14, he's slowly catching up to us. Levels, of course, are really important for mercs because I believe they're pretty much all their stats scale very scale with their levels, so like their resistance actually goes up unlike players and whatnot. Our main boost to resistance is going to be when we find or when we hit 18 and switch to Fade, probably. These mobs aren't too troublesome. Seems our charge bolts do just enough to kill people now. Still not 100% sure if I know how to place them correctly, but it seems to work well enough. Would be nice to find a magical weapon rather than just walk around with a plain one, even if it was just plus mana or something. Of course, I say that I can't use that though. Okay, it looks like I was wrong again, and it is up on the original level. Stand here and let our traps do the work. There we go. This might be relevant for our merc buddy. Yeah, I mean, until I put something in those sockets, that's probably for the best. We have a ton of plus dexterity on our charms right now, so I might get to stop leveling up dexterity pretty soon, because I believe the highest I need it to be is 55. And all the plus to stats you see there, like I'm at 48, is all in my charms. I double checked. Like there's none, as far as I remember, on my... Yeah, there's none on my actual gear. So like, assuming I'm willing to hold on to all these plus dex stuff, which honestly I think I am, because it's all small charms except this one, which is also lightning resist. I can pretty much stop leveling dexterity once it hits 55. Which won't be too long, although I am only going 1 point at a time, so I'm not exactly speeding through it. So I'll just keep up this current process. I probably could get away with doing less strength and just picking lower strength gear essentially, but I'm purposely trying to leave all my options open, because as a self-found character, you never really know what you're gonna end up running into as far as equipment. Like, it would suck if I found some unique or set item or something and I can't even use it. So there's the Maggot Lair. I'm gonna try and find the waypoint first. Stall the inevitable of going down in the tunnels. These guys aren't too difficult. The actual maggots are not usually the problem in the Maggot Lair, it's the beetles. We have a pretty good mana pool considering we haven't put any points into energy. So I'm pretty happy with that as far as it being a caster, gear-wise. Like I said, wish I had a more decisive weapon, but if there's any character to not be lucky on a weapon with, it would probably be a caster, so I'm not that worried yet. Looks like this half is clear. Champion itchies. The itchiest. So we're at 17. Because of Radamant, we have 1 extra point. So once we hit 18, I'm going to put 1 in Shadow Warrior, 1 in Fade. And I don't really need to prep for that because of the extra hanging point. So I'm just going to keep going. I think I mentioned it before that I know there's a lot of debate, or at least pseudo debate, about Shadow Warrior versus Shadow Master. On a normal character like this where I'm not heavily optimized, I'm just going to get Shadow Master once it's available. There's a whole argument that even though the Shadow Master is better stat-wise, you can more easily control what the Shadow Warrior does, because I believe it just uses your active ability, something like that. But since I'm not going to be like always having 5 traps up and like I'm not running Chaos Sanctuary and Hell, so like if the Shadow Master Mind Blasts or something, it's rarely going to be a problem for me, so I'm just going to take the more powerful variant once it comes out and not really sweat the details. So, down in the Maggot Lair, which I know is some people's probably least favorite zone just because of this stuff. Where you have tight corners and lightning mobs. Fortunately, I have lightning as well, and I can kind of just cheese this. So it's not nearly as bad as it would be for others. Take it slow, or throw down a bunch of traps and then pull the corner. Can also let my Merc lead. There we go. Our Merc's Prayer Aura will keep us topped off as far as health is concerned. Besides that, like I probably said a million times in the Paladin playthrough, a lot of normal is just taking your time and not rushing into things. Because usually the things that kill you are just surprise burst, besides act bosses, I guess. Just clear that. Easily done. Oh, jeez. Lightning enchanted beetle? What? What does that even do? I don't actually know if that means he procs more. Trying to see there, but it doesn't look like he procs any more than usual. I mean, I assume when they're lightning enchanted, they also, you know, have it more on their basic attacks and whatnot as well. But that was funny. I don't know how often I see that. Bunch of guys there. Merc tanked that one for us. That was nice of him. I'm gonna stock up on potions where I can, just for our Merc buddy. This doesn't look like our room, but I'm going to clear it. Ooh. Easy enough. So yeah, the main ways you get yourself killed down here is usually just running into stuff haphazardly. The reason why the beetles are scary, their burst lightning thing, is also kind of limited as far as hitting multiple opponents and getting sprayed down by it. So if you just kill them one at a time, it's usually not that bad. That's what I'm using right now. No. Wretched hands. No. quite sure where the next level is. It looks like it might be right up here, though. Yep. Down we go. Need to do this again. It's, our base is covered here by not rushing forward too much. I'm staying in my belt full just in case I have to panic. Probably an argument towards like keeping some rejuice on my belt just in case, but fortunately, where things would get scary in those big open rooms, my traps also get a lot better, so get the positive trade-off there. And that was looking like it might be the way down, but it's not.
Thanks.
There is the next level. So we're presumably on the right track, because I don't see any other paths leading here. Okay. Some boss. Oh, lightning enchanted. Okay. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna stand over here then. And of course, because he is lightning enchanted, he's presumably lightning resistant. Or there's just a ton of other shit in the way. That is also possible.
Not enough mana.
Would be nice if our merc could come in here. Actually, I might even reset him. It burrowed, yeah. Okay. I was gonna say that was impressively fast of a kill time if that was actually what happened. And here's level 3. So all I need to do now is get to the end room where the big ass beetle or maggot is. And we're home free. I was repeatedly casting burst of speed there again. I think I would notice. I do not. Back up again. So we cleared most of them. There's still a bunch more. Mark leveled again, good for him. And presumably the boss will be down this way. I find he's usually northeast. His end corridor is almost always a northeastern opening. not to get hit by all the globbing poison stuff.
Thanks.
And there we go.
I can't carry anymore.
There is the Staff of Kings. Rejuve potion. For the sake of being a completionist, I'm going to open this room to kill stuff to level. There we go. Whoa. Way more in there than I thought. Poor Merc died. I got a level, so it's all worth it. Sorry, Merc. So, that is the staff. We astound him and whatnot. Just gonna throw that in there for now. So, we have the staff. I'm just going to rehire our guy here. Put in our stats and fade and Shadow Warrior, so this can now go to 3, so fade's gonna be our next hack and Shadow Warrior. So that's a bit of upgrades for us. There you can see our resistances go up by 19, which is always good to have more resists. So I might fiddle around with the inventory a bit, but then after that I'm going right to the Lost City to go fight some snakes. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.